Coal powers over 70% of India's electricity needs. But, behind this energy security lies a grim health cost. Sulfur dioxide emissions from thermal plants contribute significantly to India's air pollution crisis. Flue gas desulphurisation, or FGD units, are devices installed in thermal plants to filter sulfur dioxide from flue gases. SO2 is a toxic, acidic pollutant linked to acid rain, asthma, and PM2.5 particulate matter. There are three main FGD technologies: dry sorbent injection using alkaline powder, wet scrubbers using limestone to create gypsum, and seawater neutralization used in coastal plants. India mostly uses the wet limestone method due to material availability. In 2015, the government mandated FGDs in all coal-fired power plants by 2022. But by April 2025, only 46% of the required capacity had been installed. On June 4, 2025, a top advisory panel recommended rolling back this mandate, citing cost and delays. So, according to the Central Electricity Authority, installing FGDs costs about 1.2 crore rupees per megawatt. Full implementation, well, that needs over 97,000 crore rupees. This could actually increase tariffs by up to 70 paise per unit, which is, a real burden on both state discoms and us, the consumers. SO2 contributes to PM2.5, which is linked to strokes, lung diseases, and honestly, more than 4.5 lakh premature deaths every year in India. Over 80% of SO2 emissions come from coal-fired plants. Skipping FGDs just risks making our public health disaster even worse. Vendor bottlenecks, high capital costs, complex retrofits, and those deadline extensions. These have all stalled FGD rollouts. Many plants haven't even tendered contracts yet. And with deadlines now pushed to 2029, it really feels like the urgency has just disappeared. So, experts are actually suggesting alternatives like natural gas blending supercritical combustion and even cap-and-trade models such as Gujarat's emissions trading scheme. Honestly, a tiered strategy that focuses on high-pollution zones could really help balance both the environment and the economy. India's courts have consistently upheld the right to clean air under Article 21. And now the polluter pays principle is actually a part of our constitutional environmental law. So any blanket rollback could, face some pretty serious legal challenges. So China has actually installed flue gas desulphurisation units in 95% of its coal power plants. The United States and the European Union made FGDs standard decades ago. For a country that wants to be seen as a climate leader, India really risks losing credibility if it decides to dilute pollution control. This rollback, honestly, threatens India's national clean air program, our UN climate goals, and even public health targets under the Sustainable Development Goals. Policy, must always be responsive but definitely not regressive. India faces a really tough choice here. Should we prioritize affordability or environmental responsibility? Maybe a regional, phased, and technology-neutral approach is the answer, so we can have cleaner air without risking economic collapse. FGDs are not just devices, they're actually commitments to our lungs, to our laws, and to our legacy. Every sulfur dioxide molecule scrubbed is a step toward an Atmanirbhar Bharat that breathes clean. Let's make sure development and environment walk hand in hand.